So it looks like 50 Cent is exposing Jay Z and Beyonce. And this has got some interesting facts here. So let's see what he has to say.
Exposing Jay Z and Beyonce for allegedly doing ritual sacrifices. And it looks like Fiddy is saying J and B will do literally anything to stay on top.
You know what I mean? You got certain guys that are their relationships made them so powerful, like in our business, that they can't be moved. Like
50 Cent and Jay Z's feud has been going on for years, but Fiddy recently revealed that he's not interested in repairing the relationship, and that's because he allegedly has inside knowledge of J and B sacrificing people who get in their way.
Okay, guys, you heard that. Sacrificing people. Let's keep on listening.
Eliminated multiple people to make way for himself.
Yes. Big L was who put Jay Z on.
Without question.
And then Big L died, and then the next thing you know, Jay Z. And then, you know, he starts clienteling with Tupac and clienteling with Biggie and doing songs with Biggie and building a working, you know, camaraderie with Honeycombs and AKA Diddy.
As for Beyonce, she was accused by her former team members of doing witchcraft. And Fiddy once claimed that Beyonce tried to jump him over his feud with Jay.
Kimberly Thompson, a former drummer for the singer's all-girl band, is accusing Beyonce of, get this, extreme witchcraft and magic spells and the murder of my pet cat.
But what does Fiddy really know about Jay Z and Beyonce's rumored sacrifices? And did he actually come close to being their victim?
Jay Z and them was putting it together. So I think they still harbor some energy towards me.
For the longest time, Jay Z and Beyonce were considered untouchable, and everyone who had something negative to say about them was branded a hater. However, their power couple status no longer holds weight because multiple industry insiders recently started coming forward with disturbing stories about the real J and B. One of these people is 50 Cent, who reportedly has a lot of dirt on Jay Z and Beyonce and their alleged involvement in Hollywood sacrifices. To give you some context, 50's feud with Jay Z has been simmering for over 20 years, and what started as a friendly rivalry turned into something much more serious. 50 first fired shots at Jay on his 1999 song, How to Rob, and Jay retaliated on It's Hot, Some Like It Hot, with the infamous line, I'm about $1, what the F is 50 cents? However, when Jay did an interview with Angie Martinez in 2002, he claimed that he spoke to 50 and it was all love.
Wait, yeah, I respect your record. Yeah, I like that record. It was hot, but I gotta spank you dogs. That was the conversation. No doubt, do your thing.
Right.
But it actually wasn't all love, because Jay kept sneak dissing 50, and 50 accused Jay of buying his way to the top.
There's a huge difference in energy internationally in 50 Cent and Jay Z. In fact, his largest selling record sold 430-something thousand copies. My largest selling records, plural, 2 of them sold 5 million. That's Get Rich or Die Trying and Massive. So it's a huge difference in who we are with each other internationally. Let them be fooled in America and think there's a competition there. Because America could be purchased. We can buy it with marketing dollars.
50 had also had a problem with Jay-Z's God complex, telling Rolling Stone in 2009 he has a king complex. He thinks he's effing Jesus, this Jehovah. And in the same interview, 50 accused Jay of betraying his former Rockefeller artist, Beanie Siegel. I think Jay was saying, Rock La Familia, we family, it's the Rockefeller gang. And then using traditional business tactics, 50 told Rolling Stone. He didn't have their interests in mind. He was just doing what he had to do for himself. But 50 isn't the only person who accused Jay of stepping on a lot of people to get to the top. Former bodyguard Uncle Ron recently went viral on TikTok with claims that Jay Z and Beyonce destroyed many artists over the years.
I know so much about.
Look, y'all, I'm a born and raised New Yorker, and everybody knows hip hop came from New York, from the South Bronx, where I was born. And there's always been hip hop rivalry, even East-West, East-West Coast rivalry, but a lot of people are claiming this about Beyonce and Jay Z. Band members, 50 Cent, and now a bodyguard? I don't know. It's just too many people pointing fingers at Jay Z and Beyonce, and it's not looking too good for them. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me right here in the bottom comments there what you guys think. Let's go ahead and listen to some more of this. This is pretty interesting.
Beyonce, how you guys ended Carrie Hilson's career because she said something about you. That's how hateful you guys are. How you step on anybody to stay on the top.
And then Jaguar Wright, who actually used to work for Jay Z, alleged that a lot of people who were close to Jay, like Big L, either died or had their careers destroyed so Jay could climb to the top.
The first time I ever saw Jay Z or even heard him spit a rhyme was at an MC battle, street battle in New York. But he didn't show up as Jay Z. He didn't show up as the hottest rapper on the street. He showed up as the that was with Big L.
Rest
For
in
those
peace.
of you,
Rest in peace, Big L.
rest in peace, Big L.
One of the
That was
dopest.
the
One of the
sensei.
dopest. Yes.
Big L was who put Jay Z on.
Without question.
And then Big L died, and then the next thing you know, Jay Z.
Speaking of sacrifices, there's also been a lot of rumors among hip-hop fans that Jay sacrificed R&B icon Aaliyah so Beyonce could step up. Aaliyah's ex and Jay's former business partner, Dame Dash, claimed that Jay tried very hard to get with Aaliyah. However, Aaliyah wasn't interested in Jay like that, and in 2001, she tragically lost her life in a plane crash in the Bahamas. And that same year, Jay started dating Beyonce. The crazy thing about Aaliyah's death is that a lot of people believe she was sacrificed because eyewitnesses revealed that she was given a sedative and carried unconscious on the plane.
Kingsley Russell, who was 13 at the time, was in the car that drove Aaliyah and her team to the airport for their return flight to Miami. According to Kingsley Russell, they took her out of the van and she didn't even know she was getting boarded on a plane.
Besides that, Dame also revealed that Jay Z knew that R. Kelly abused Aaliyah, and yet he refused to cut ties with him.
But the thing I didn't understand is I was like, I know I'm not with that. And because of the moral challenge and him choosing one way, I knew morally we weren't the same. So to me, Rockefeller was defunct. It was over. I couldn't with it. It was something that to me was just like, not to say unforgivable, but I couldn't understand it. You know what I'm saying? And then I didn't understand how people didn't, I thought, well, the people aren't going to have that. But nobody said nothing.
Also, we can't forget that Mary J. Blige once referred to Aaliyah's death as a spiritual murder. And though she refused to elaborate on what she meant by that, it's safe to say that she knows something about that plane accident that we don't. As for Beyonce, she's faced her fair share of accusations about doing witchcraft and performing sacrifices. And these allegations came directly from people who work.
Yeah, I saw this video before once and I was having technical problems, so I had to re-record it. But the reason why I stopped there is because as a Christian man, my discernment kicks in big time when I see Beyonce dressed up like that. It's, you know, it's, yeah, not so much. I'm not feeling that at all. I have to look away, actually. But let's continue watching it.
In 2018, Beyonce's former drummer of 7 years, Kimberly Thompson, accused Beyonce of doing extreme witchcraft, and she even filed for a restraining order against her.
This has been going on since 2006, and it's just been getting worse and worse and worse. And for a very long time, I put this person on a pedestal. I loved them. I'd send emails, you know, publicly, happy birthday and all this stuff. And the entire time, this person was casting spells and manipulating me and controlling my job situations, my relationships, just all kinds of things.
And then more recently, Beyonce's former dance captain, Ashley Everett, who worked with Beyonce for almost a decade, was caught liking a series of shady posts and comments about Beyonce, including one about Beyonce being a demon. This post referenced a speech by poet Jackie Hill Perry, who recently went viral after claiming that artists like Beyonce and Kehlani are used as puppets to promote demonic music.
I don't know who told us you got to be a witch to be black. You are not more black by engaging in witchcraft. That is still propagating a white supremacist lie that black people in Africa didn't know Jesus. Because we are women who are going to love God with all of our heart and all of our mind and all of our soul. We are not going to imitate the detestable practices of the nations. I am angry that the powers that be in social media and in culture and in music and in Beyonce's music and in Kehlani's music and in whatever the other, and in Santori, like I'm angry that they are really trying to convince us that all spiritualism is the same. And we have digested this impurity and this, we want so bad not to be legalistic that we actually become profane.
As for 50 Cent, he previously claimed that Beyonce actually tried to jump him over his feud with Jay Z. And the way 50 described this incident made it sound like Beyonce was actually possessed.
So Beyonce jumped down on you.
She jumped down. Oh, she was like on a windowsill.
Right.
We was in Vegas. She said, "I come on, I'm talking to her." She jumped down. She was like, "Duh, duh, duh." And I'm like, "Wait, what is you doing?" That stuff, that's me and Jay Z stuff. This ain't got nothing to do with you, bro.
So Hov wasn't there.
I'm talking to Jay.
I'm laughing because Beyonce is aware of 50 Cent's background and his upbringing, right? To confront 50 Cent like that.
As soon as I talked to Jay, she jumped down, came over. I said, "Oh shit, look at this."
They about to jump you.
Nah, she came like she was ready.
She's
Like
ready.
I thought something was gonna happen. And I'm like, "Yo, whoa. She's throwing me off now. Because I don't know exactly how to respond.
By the way, Kanye West also recently claimed that Beyonce and Jay Z are controlled by the elites. And he pointed out how
Where has Kanye West been? I remember, a year ago, maybe 6 months to a year ago, you always heard him on the news and social media talking bad about his ex-wife and all this stuff. And what happened to him? He just like got married and I don't know. Who knows?
connected to these big stars either die or disappear under suspicious circumstances.
You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay Z and Beyonce.
Not you, man.
But they can't control me. You're out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize.
And now we're again hearing from 50 Cent that he has no intention of ever making peace with Jay and Beyonce because these two put business above everything and anyone else. In his recent interview on Big Boy TV, 50 alleged that Jay tried to use his connections with the NFL to sabotage his performance at the 2022 Super Bowl. However, Eminem ended up giving Jay an ultimatum and told him he won't perform unless 50's there. Also, when 50 recently appeared on The Beat with Ari Melber, he was asked about Billboard putting Jay Z as #1 on their list of top 50 greatest rappers of all time. And 50 hinted that Jay only made it on top because he always puts business above people. And when Ari asked 50 to describe some of the rappers on the list with one word or phrase, here's how 50 responded.
Future.
Oh, talent.
Nas.
The best.
Jay Z.
Good business.
But does this mean Jay Z and Beyonce actually sacrifice people for fame? Well, it seems like a lot of fans are convinced this is exactly what they do. And they're saying 50 is smart for distancing himself from the Carters. But what about you? Do you think Jay Z and Beyonce really sacrifice people for fame?
I don't know, y'all. I'm going to have to edit a lot of this out because it was a pretty lengthy video, but as a Christian, the only thing I could say is we got to pray for these people. They just seems a little kind of nefarious, I guess, for lack of a better word. Ultimately that they could find God. Full disclosure, I don't listen to Beyonce or Jay Z anymore anyways. Just don't care for it. I don't need that in my life. I'm going to let you guys decide, use your own judgment. As far as I'm concerned, it's a no-brainer. I've seen enough and heard enough, actually. So, I don't know. I'm going to let you guys just tell me what you guys think down here in the comments. And we could just hope for the best for these guys and just pray for them. Comics and stuff, out.